board perfectly. And we know Legion Esports, both Meow as well as Nart, is trying to find Don't. But Don't so far, his positioning, man, it's so hard to catch this guy.
Legion Esports, they do get aggro off the Lord, so INSILIO will force the reset. They don't want the Lord to be held hostage by Legion, at least not for now. So Legion's going to be waiting for the top wave again.
Yeah.
It's going to be rinse and repeat.
And again, the top wave is winning. INSILIO, so far, it doesn't look like they want to be the one making the decision to go. They're waiting for Legion.
But I feel like they have to, right? Like that top wave isn't going to last long. So that's Glorious pathway out already. They get nothing out of it. Someone has to take care of the base. Reaper will have to recall.
Yeah, and Reaper not being in a fight is big because you need your mage for the AoE CC. And now Legion Esports, they're on the Lord again. And another wave is coming in from Legion. This is bad for INSILIO.
Yeah, they gotta run it down. They can't even get Justinian into the fight, so Legion Esports just winning out based off of that top side macro. The fact that they had an inhibitor. You asked earlier on, was it worth it throwing 2 lives for the structure? It is paying off.
Oh yeah, paying off dividends. And INSILIO so far, their indecisiveness, or I would say their whole strategy of making your opponents make the first move hasn't been doing well because Legion, they did the same thing. They waited for that high loss to engage and then they just backed off. They're just like, oh, thanks for using your all. I guess we're all good. The top wave is pushing in. We see no Aurora. We can move forward.
I suppose there's such things as too patient. We see, I mean, I agree. I'm looking at INSILIO to be the one to make the first move. They have the tools to do so. But if this Lord goes down without a single inhib take, it doesn't feel too bad for INSILIO. And that feels like it's going to be the case. This mid wave is going to go down for sure. Glorious pathway forcing out a flicker from He. We're back to square one. Longest game so far in the wildcard, 23 minutes and counting.
Dude, INSILIO is so good at defending. They're so good at turtling in. Even without this whole base situation, so far every single team fight, they make sure that they get out on top. I mean, look at the kills, Husky. It's 10 to 5. It's 10 to 5, full items, and yet INSILIO is playing this like it's the mid game.
The fact that Legion Esports had to throw 2 bodies for an inhibitor just to come back to the start of the state of the game really just shows you that INSILIO has gotten it down to the T. I guess the lucky thing is that all previous Lords, at least the previous 2 Lords, have been spawning bottom side. The upcoming one is also bottom side.
Okay, what kind of RNG is this?
I'm telling you, that is the only thing keeping Legion Esports, you know, like breathing a sigh of relief, like, oh, thank goodness, we don't have to deal with the top side. Anything that spawns top side, it's gonna be a different story.
If I was INSILIO, I would be trying to force 1 inhibitor here. I mean, like, looking at the bottom, it's very, very low. Like, at least 1 inhibitor for 1 inhibitor. You don't make Legion Esports win every single time the Lord Dance comes out, right? I feel like they have to figure something out, because if not, they really need to get someone up there and deal with 2 minion waves so that they feel, you know, breathable.
It is a job for Justinian and Justinian alone. And that's the thing. I mean, at this stage of the game, you're dealing with the buffed up minions. They are incredibly durable.
Oh yeah, for sure. Which is funny because when you consider you have full items, you think you would one-shot everything. No, not the minions.
No, the minions beat you.
the minions have 6 Sky Guardian helmets.
I think the timing for him to kind of split that map has already passed, for sure.
Yeah.
Now you just feel the pressure of, oh my goodness, this minion wave is so hard to take down. But on the flip side, if he did set up a double wave somehow, then it benefits INSILIO a lot more, right? Because it takes so long to die.
Yeah, but we can see here. Look at Daylight. Daylight is going to deal with that single minion, and the push is just gonna start all over again. Yeah. Legion Esports. Oh, okay, goes in.
I'm thinking of that. I think you gotta do it fast. Do it fast, or at least force Legion into an uncomfortable spot. So Maniac, he's gonna throw his body for this for sure. Look at that, losing most of his health. Unfortunately, they just don't have the resources. They put themselves in an awkward position. No Glorious pathway. Legion Esports gets possession of the Lord again. Justinian gotta do something. Reaper flickers in, fights the freeze, and the Lord! Are you kidding me?
What?
It's such a crucial moment. Reaper is the death dealer, and Legion Esports loses Joe, and INSILIO have found that moment.
What was that Reaper? Oh my god, talk about an MVP play. He even sold his Winter Crown for the immortality to make sure that he stays on the map. Reaper, that was game changing.
And it potentially game-ending. When you look at the irony of the name, definitely Reaper. They're reaping the rewards of that play, and now INSILIO is not about full steam ahead. You got more than half a minute on He, 40 seconds on Joe, almost a minute for Meow to come back. Time to run down those lanes, get that top inhibitor, stabilize the state of the lane, and more.
Yeah, but right now it looks like they want mid. Maybe they're gonna try to end this now, Husky. It's 26 minutes. This is a full item Beatrix. They want to force this. They want mid. They want to end the game right now.
Gonna demolish that mid turret. There's a very good chance, not with the taunt, not enough. Another Grower's Pathway, this one setting them up for success. INSILIO weathers the storm and takes game 1.
INSILIO so far with their macro gameplay, their discipline, they're able to win game number 1. But let me tell you folks, it was not an easy game.
Sometimes it just takes one moment, and who would have thought it was an Aurora flicker and using an entire spell rotation